Good morning and welcome to Friday Live and Mail Call. And I had this all set up ready to go, and by golly, it didn't do it. And of course, we are live from there we go. All right. And my right hand man is CNEI John is in Colorado for a medical conference today with his wife and will not be joining us. And Colonel Cottonbelt is busy in a meeting, so he won't be with us today either. But old Mr. Tried and True is here with us, and that would be of course, that would be Lynn from the HDMRC. All right. How you doing today, Lynn?
Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Yep. Bright and shiny. I'm here.
Bright and shiny. I tell you what, it is a gorgeous day here in Oklahoma City. It is 71 degrees, clear blue skies, not a cloud in the sky out there. It is just gorgeous. So, there we go. And I have had a busy week. None of it train related. The side fence on the side of the house is old, and the posts are wooden on my neighbor's side. My wife and I guess it was back in June, were traveling somewhere, and I get a call from my daughter who was watching the house saying the fence is, it's windy, the fence is going to fall over, la, 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 la. I felt like Ron White. What do you want me to do? I'm in Georgia, And but anyway, the fence, three of the posts, I guess 3 posts were already replaced in metal, and the other 3 wooden posts had rotted through and weren't even in the ground anymore. So I replaced those 3 posts, and I mean it was a booger trying to get those posts out until the last one. Then I got smart and figured some leverage to do, and it popped right out. So, but anyway, so I did that this week, and then I spent 2 days bottling booze this week. I do volunteer work over at the distillery, and while my wife is the saint, she does her volunteer work over at the church, and I'm the sinner and do mine at the distillery. So, oh, such fun. Well, let's go ahead and go through our roll call. And first on our list was Mr. Puff the Magic Dragon himself, Ray Ron.
Magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
That takes me back to my grade school days, and that was always one of the songs we'd have to sing. And next in line was or is our favorite pilot. Where's he at? There he is.
Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle.
All right. Good morning, Andy, and welcome. And the next we had Greg at Great Northern
Railroad. I live, laugh, and grow old, and I left my dreams behind. Perhaps on account of me, my kids won't ever have to see life on that Great Northern Railroad.
All right, Great Northern Railroad. Next is one of my favorites. All right, because there's a backstory to it. All right, Mr. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers himself.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. I just say it 'cause it's fun to say. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Good morning, Michael. So for those that don't perhaps understand the joke, Michael is a modeler. He produces some great Craftsman kits, and he does videos, instruction videos for a number of different Craftsman kit vendors, and they are by far the best instructional videos I've seen anyway. And one April Fool's Day, I put a video out and said that I'm as good a modeler as he is, at least in putting bumpers together. And of course, the Pico bumpers are what, 2 pieces? They just they're together. So good morning, Michael. Glad you're on board this morning. And let's see, from from my home state of Illinois. Notice I say Illinois instead of Illinois. Either's correct, but actually correct pronunciation is with an I, not an E. So anyway.
Big bay window with a view of the stars and a field full of corn.
All right. And Alan has joined us at Mason-Dixon Railroad. And Alan, I don't think I have one for you because you went MIA for a long time last year. And so I didn't put one together. I'm going to have to put one together for you. It'll probably be something Civil War related. And our music lover of the bunch is with us this morning.
I'm not your baby daddy. I'm not your baby daddy. I'm not your baby daddy. I'm not your baby daddy.
Good morning, John. How you doing this morning? And we have Chris Bell with us. I don't have one for Chris either. I'll have to work on that. Anybody else pop in yet? Oh, yes. Lest we forget, uh, one of our favorite Canadians.
Come to Canada, it's a Maple Leaf steak.
Good morning, Floyd. Glad you could make it. And oh boy, where's he at? Where's he at already? How come I have two for you, Robert? We'll do this.
It was down in
Good morning, Robert. Glad you could make it today. Chris, everybody needs a theme song that makes them feel part of the gang. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. We'll get you one. It may not be next week, but at some point I'll break down and get you one. And I've got to do Allen, Mason Dixon Railroad. So anyway,
Give you something to do in December.
yeah, when it's not such beautiful weather outside. I mean, it is. This
See
is the
how
best
bright
time
it
of
is
year.
behind me? That's the sunlight coming through the window.
Well, that's the same thing here with the garage door open. And I mean, it's just simply gorgeous. And yeah, Andy, you are a gangster. You know that? Ah, that is good. So, Lynn, we left off last week. We ran out of time because we got in some great discussions. And you had got a new microphone.
Yeah.
And you had sent me some pictures
Right here
of your workbench. And let's switch us over and look. Nope, that's not the format I wanted. That's the format I wanted. And there we go.
This is what I'm looking at right now. This is my view right here.
Well, it's not dissimilar to my view. All right. And I think a lot of us probably have a similar type of view with stuff hanging around. You know, I've got my throttle like you have your throttle hanging there, and microphones, paints, yeah,
Cameras,
keyboard
halo
tray.
light. Oh, halo light.
There we go.
Yeah, very organized. There's the window.
It would definitely fit right in with. Yeah, at least you have a window you can look out of. You know, Second Section Podcast does a "What's on Your Workbench" segment, and you know, they always talk about how you get more points the more cluttered your workbench is. So,
well, Boomer did a video about a week ago on cleaning your workbench and minimal amount of tools. And this is after I cleaned up.
yeah, I only have about 10 inches of space between the monitor and the edge of the workbench. That's why I have the other workbench on the other side of the garage, because that's where I do the majority of my modeling and such. I work on programming on this side because I got my little programming track that I hook in and so forth. But anyway.
I would have shared a picture of yesterday's breakfast. I was just telling Steve about it. Seeing Hot Dog Andy's picture with the hot dog kind of reminded me. I'm still full from yesterday. I was telling Steve that Palmdale, where I live, they are promoting small restaurants, small businesses. No, not like IHOP or Denny's, none of those. These are all small restaurants. There's about 12, 14, I forget how many. And for about a week and a half, if you go in the restaurant and you tell the waitress, Palmdale Eats, that's the key word. We thought you get a discount. What it is, they have a special. So we went into one yesterday and my wife goes, Palmdale Eats. And the woman goes, okay. And she starts listing a whole bunch of stuff. And we're like, well, we're looking at the menu. And she goes, no, this is the special for Palmdale Eats. And you get a selection of this and that. Here's what's included. And I left the room to bring some show and tell, not the food. First off, you get 2 big pancakes. You get 3 eggs, whole bunch of hash browns. You get 3 types of meat, a slice of ham, which was really good, a couple of sausages, a couple of strips of bacon. You get biscuits and gravy, 2 big biscuits. Then you get toast. You get a choice of what kind of toast you want. When she brought all the stuff in, we were at an average table, the 2 of us. There was no more room on the table except for salt, pepper, ketchup, all like that. And about halfway through, she goes, I'm going to bring you 4 boxes. Here's one of the boxes. The leftovers, we filled 4 of these. We finished off one of them last night. There's 3 more in the fridge.
Your meal sounded a lot like the equivalent back in this part of the world of Waffle House's All-Star Breakfast.
Now, coffee was extra. And, of course, coffee right now is a little expensive. Coffee was $3 and, I don't know, 78 cents and 79, I don't know, some weird number. Basically $4 a cup, but refillable. My total coffee's
expensive because they keep blowing up the coffee boats.
That must be it. Anyways, my total with tax, everything came to $44. I mean, $22 a piece with a $4 coffee and all of that food. We got enough in the fridge for today, and well, we're leaving today for Central California coast, but that's a lot of food. And there's all these other restaurants. So we'll be checking some more out this coming week. I may send you the picture so you can share next weekend, but that's okay.
That'd be good. We one of our favorites has just joined us.
I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. No. I'm overdue. I'm really in a stew. No time to say goodbye. Hello, I'm late.
Good morning, Joe. Glad
Joe.
you could finally make it.
He's fashionably late. Just right on time.
Fashionably late. That's it. That's what we'll run with. It's tough when the batteries go dead at a clock. So, I mean.
So you didn't do any work on your railroad. So what did you get in the mail?
I got an invoice in the mail. Last November, all right, Rapido announced that they're going to do a second run on 44 tonners. All right. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, that's these little wiggers right here. And 44 tonners, 88,000 pounds, were the National Railroad contract stipulated of 1938 I think it was, that if a locomotive weighed under 90,000 pounds, you did not have to have an extra crewman, a fireman. Okay. And so EMD came out with these 44 tonners, and which is 88,000 pounds, which means it only required the engineer. And they're a great little industrial switcher. So the pre-order opened up in November, so I pre-ordered mine. Now, the last time I pre-ordered something from Rapido, it took like a year and a half. And the first, which was my commuter cars. And then prior to that, it was like over 2 years to get my E8s. So I wasn't expecting these. I've checked in a couple times. They said fourth quarter of 2025. So I'm figuring December at the earliest, right? Because nothing's ever on time. Well, lo and behold, I get the invoice from Rapido, which means they're in and we'll start shipping next week. And I don't know if you can read those numbers or not, but I will go through what they are. The retail price is $309.95. Okay. And then there's the surcharge due to government tariffs of $29.75. And then flat rate shipping of $22.95 for a grand total of $362.66. Okay. Now, you hear people about tariffs, and I've tried to explain it in the past. If you look at this tariff, well, first of all, let's back the truck up. The current tariffs between Canada and the U.S., depending on the product, are 25 to 35% of the cost of it. And that's the cost of goods, not the manufacturer's suggested retail price, but the cost of goods. So whatever the wholesale price is, all right, that's what the tariff amount would be. So if we're looking at this at a tariff cost of $29.75 on $300, just to make the math easier, let's just say $30 on 300. Okay, that gets us in the ballpark. Now that's 10% of the manufacturer's retail price. Okay, so if the tariffs are actually 25 to 35% of the wholesale cost, it means the wholesale cost on these things is closer to, let's see, $150, right? Wouldn't that be $150? 25% of 150. No, $120. $120, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so that's how the tariffs work. It's based upon the wholesale, not the retail. If the tariff, as I mentioned, tariffs right now, depending on the product type, between Canada and the U.S. is 25 to 30% of cost of goods, not the retail. And that would bring us down to the cost of goods of $120. And if the cost of goods is higher, let's say it was $150, that means Rapido is eating part of that tariff in their margins. So $362 for a 44 tonner, is that worth it? Well, I would venture a guess. The question really is $300 worth it? It's DCC with sound and built-in keep alive. Now, one thing you don't see on here, there's no sales tax. Now, sales tax in the state of Oklahoma is 9%. So you're looking at $30 saved. If I went out and bought this at my local hobby shop, I'd be paying the $360, the $309.95 plus the tariff, and plus sales tax. Now, I probably wouldn't have to pay the freight because that would be part of a bigger shipment. So, I mean, it's a wash. You know, the tariff, basically the tariff's offset by the sales tax. This is U.S. money. Down at the bottom, if you look at your account, including tax, USD is $362.66. So the tax is already built into the pricing because they do not have the tax is at 0. So it's U.S. money. Yes, Canadian import to UK still makes my eye twitch. I don't know how much that is. I know going into the UK, you get tariffs, then you get VAT tax, you get all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's incredibly expensive to ship something into the UK, or it used to be anyway. So, we got another contestant on this edition of Friday Live.
Tell me about the good old days. Sometimes it feels like this world's gone crazy.
Hey JD, welcome. All right. The you know, in the grand scope of things, Rapido, you know, you got certain vendors that are what I'll call upscale, which would be like Scale Trains, River Counter Edition, Rapido, and I'm sure some others. You know, the Gold Edition from Atlas, or the whatchamacallit, Athens top line. Yeah, you're $314.99 Canadian. You think I'm getting stiffed? Well, how much tax do you got to pay on that $314, Lloyd? Because Honor Valley's not selling at manufacturer's suggested retail. All right, they're selling at a discounted amount. And Ray Ron, I agree. How high is too high? And it's not like I need any more locomotives, except for a 44-tonner. I did need a 44-tonner. I mean, I've got an old Tyco Santa Fe one that's all metal, and but it's not DCC.
I have a T-shirt that says, "How many more trains do you need? Just one more."
And how many after that? Just one more.
Just one more.
The okay, Floyd. So you're gonna pay 13% on $314.99. So let's do a little calculator here. 314.99 times 1.13 equals, that's $356 landed, tax and everything. Now I don't know what the current exchange rate is with Canada, but I'm sure I can look that up. Canadian exchange rate to US dollar. And what did I say that was? 356. 356. Oh. Oopsie. Yeah. So that's $255.22 US dollars, USD, Floyd. And yes, I might have been able to get it cheaper here in the US from a discounted seller. And I've always said that about buying on pre-orders, you're going to pay manufacturer's suggested retail. And, maybe if I did a pre-order through somebody like Caboose Stop Hobbies, if they had a cheaper rate for pre-orders, and I don't know that they do. And so you got me beat by almost $100. Now, if I bought it from Otter Valley, then you can tack on another $30+ because then they'd have to pay the exchange rate. So.
Do you see what I got for 10? But then it doesn't have bells and whistles. So, yeah.
All right.
Going
John,
back a few weeks,
by that.
Whoever did the comment about Rapido and how much they paid in tariffs, lying, misunderstood, or whatever, that was weird. And again, I only repeated what somebody else said. So yours makes a lot more sense. So did you get anything else besides a bill?
No, that's it. I should be getting the actual locomotive sometime in the near future. I will say that Rapido has always done me well as far as warranty work. All right. I went through the wheels and trucks on my commuter cars, and I mean, it was they took real good care of me. So there's Digger.
Hey, good morning.
Digger's here with us. Where's Digger? There we go. Jimmy's always in the background. So.
Yep, I can hear him every time, or almost every time. Hey, I got a big mail call.
You do? What'd you get?
Well, I got a couple of these cabooses, and I wanted to upgrade it and change the couplers and do all the cool stuff to it. And I can't find anything since I cleaned the room. So I was looking for my wheel tuner. If you don't know what a wheel tuner is, It's a little device that goes in where the wheels, axles go in there, and you do this to it, and it trims out the little sockets where the points on your axle and wheels go in there, so it spins real easy. Put a little graphite on it, and it'll go forever. I know I got a couple of them. And a while back, I opened a drawer, and there was one in a little packet. I can't find them, just like I couldn't find my Dremels. So I thought, well, nice to have an extra one, put it in the toolbox, take train shows, stuff like that. So I went on Amazon, and okay. And of course, they throw up all these extra suggestions. And I'm changing I've already threw them away, but with my new Dremel, cut off the horn hooks off of these. And then I'm going to mount regular KDs on the bottom of the frame. Well, they have 2-piece KD pockets that snap together, because the ones that I have, you got to hold them together, screw them together, the glue gets inside, gums up the coupler. So I thought, okay, I'll get some of those too. Well, then they got more suggestions, and they got the little flat washers. They're not that big. They're really small, to put under the trucks to raise and lower.
Those the red ones or the red ones or gray ones?
Red ones.
Okay.
I have some, I think, but as long as I'm getting all of this, and it's one of those deals, free shipping with Prime and all like that. Okay. So of all the things that I wanted, these came in the mail. I don't know when the others are going to get here. So anyways, that's my big mail call. That's it.
Oh, okay. I found somewhere on, I don't know if it was on Amazon or on eBay. I found a seller that sells the red washers, and at a fraction, well, for about the same price, but you get a ton of them. All right. And so I'm stocked up on those now. Chris had asked train shows anybody's going to, and Jason is coming over from Colonel Cottonbell's coming over from Arkansas for the OKC train show, which is the weekend of November 15th. So if anybody is headed to the OKC train show on the 15th, let me know, and we'll have a get together. Always available for having a get together and having a discussion over a adult beverage or two, maybe even 3.
That's November 15th.
November 15th here in Oklahoma City.
You
And
can
they're
come
in the
join me. I'll be halfway between Hawaii and California in the
Yeah,
Pacific Ocean
you'll be just a cruising.
with oars. Stroke.
Yeah.
In fact, you got to put up with me for 2 more Fridays, and then I'll be gone for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to be, what is it, November? Most of November, I'm going to be tied up. The last weekend, like the 25th of October, I'm headed down to San Antonio to judge the koi show, and hopefully get enough time and I can meet up with Ray Ron. I'd love to see that San Antonio club layout. And look who's joined us. He's late.
Oh, James.
Yeah. We should play Joe's song for James. Friday negative butter.
Yep.
That's the best part.
Yum,
Part of
yum,
the
yum.
song. Good morning, James. Or afternoon for you, probably. Yep, just into the afternoon for you. All right. Yeah, shoot me an email or something, Rayron, and contact info or something, and shoot mine back, and we'll see. We'll see what we can arrange, especially depending on where the club is located. In San Antonio. Keep in mind, I'm very familiar with San Antonio. My wife was born and raised there. All three of my kids were born there. So, been I lived there for 8 years, and I've been going there for 20, 30, or whatever. So, anyway. Oh, it's in Live Oak? Hell, the last speeding ticket that I received was on July 16th, all right, of 1986 on Topper Line in Live Oak, Texas, right over by the hospital. Matter of fact, one of my 3 kids was born at that hospital. It used to be Live Oak Hospital. It's got some other fancy name now. My other 2 kids were born at Baptist. So, yeah, we lived off of Topper Line in Converse. You know where I'm talking about, where the big water tower is on Topper Line, just down, what would that be, west or northwest of Dante's? Dante's a great little Italian restaurant, probably the best Italian restaurant I've been to outside of Chicago. So, know the area well. Anyway, just below that water tower, about 4 blocks, is where the first home I ever purchased was. Not that anybody cares. So, but it's, okay, since I went on that rant and rave, you know what that means? That means I have to play this one.
Everybody knows your name.
Yep. That's me, Cliff Clavin, full of useless information. Yeah, Ron, when I lived there, you probably weren't even born yet. I moved to, San Antonio in '82, and we moved up here the first time in 1990. So, anyway. Floyd, you can call me Cliff anytime you want. Actually, I'll tell you what. If somebody can figure out what my college nickname was, okay? If you figure out what my college nickname was, I'll get you a $50 Amazon gift card. So, yes, your clock does say 12:14, James, so it's good afternoon for you. Oh, here's another one. I missed them coming in. Actually, I saw them and then I forgot. Oops. Yeah, you went through basic training, JD, in San Antonio. Yeah, I think anybody that's been in the Air Forces has gone through San Antonio. Yes, it is beer time. I cut it short to see if I still get a nasty gram from YouTube or not.
If anybody's concerned, and I'm sure you're not, you're seeing me lean forward and everything. I'm getting messages in Facebook, and people are tuning in to watch. They're staying out of chat, which is probably okay. But hi, Gina. Hi, Alan. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Gina. Hi, Alan. Hi, Rhonda. Are those your bus buddies?
No, Alan and Rhonda will be seeing this evening. They're up at my sister-in-law. That's her daughter and son. And Gina is a Facebook friend that we play a game on Facebook called Super City. And I'm supposed to be playing the game to make points for the group. And I'm taking off today. And we're discussing how I'm going to make up for the lost points. So I said,
Floyd,
hey, come on over and watch. So she says she's watching.
Floyd, my alma mater is Iowa State University. All right. But my nickname in college doesn't have anything to do with the Iowa State mascot.
So it's not Bucky then.
That would be University of Wisconsin, was Bucky the Badger. All right. And I had a girlfriend that went to University of Wisconsin, and she gave me a T-shirt. It was a classic. It was fully spelled out, F-em Bucky. All right. And you'd be surprised in Madison, Wisconsin, how many people wore those T-shirts on game day. So, yeah, my Cyclones play Arizona tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time in Ames, Iowa. So I'm sure glad none of my fraternity brothers watch my live stream, because they would have chimed in by now and told everybody what my nickname was in college. And it was embarrassing. I guess I graduated for 5 years or something like that. I'm in my office one day, and my secretary comes in and she said, I have one of your fraternity brothers on the line. And then she called me by my nickname, and I just hung my head. Oh, no, it wasn't Lex Luthor.
It probably wasn't Tater Tot either. Huh?
No. All right, Greg. Yep. I would assume that they're going to be on TV. I mean, I bought the YouTube TV package, and so just so I could watch my Cyclones. So anyway. All right. So hopefully by this time next week, we can take a look at and review my 44 tonner that I was, as Floyd suggested, ripped off on. But for me to get a 44 tonner and try to put a decoder, speaker, and keep alive in it, hell, I have a hard enough time getting them in a SW1500. I know I couldn't get them into a 44 tonner, so I'm glad that it's worth every penny for me to get it from Rapido. So we shall see. Well, you got anything else for us today, Lynn?
Not really. Unless you want me to share the story I was sharing with you earlier about yesterday, but
no, we don't need to go through that.
What I'm referring to, I can really shorten it, is that we thought we were going to have a real simple morning of going to a bank and going to eat and coming home. and it started out at 10 in the morning, and we didn't get back into the house until 4 in the afternoon. After
You went
visiting,
to, let's see, you had 4 stops at banks, right?
4 banks, yep,
Yep.
and lunch, and home and Lowe's hardware place.
Yeah.
But we were literally running back and forth across town.
Oh my. All right. Well, with that, we're going to wrap it up.
Okay.
And
I got to drive up to Cayucas. No,
Morro Bay, for those that.
Morro Bay. Morro Bay on the way. Cayucas is at the other end of the bay.
Floyd's a Burlington Northern fan, so he likes your caboose and
Cool.
switcher. I hate Floyd, just for the record.
My
If you haven't heard
$10 engine.
If you haven't heard me say it before, I hate Cascade Green. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
And my free caboose. 2 of them. There's another one around here somewhere.
All right. With that, I want to thank you all for joining us here at the Retirement Railroad. Friday live and mail call. And don't forget, y'all have a great day. We shall
Parade wave.
see
Parade wave. Bye.
ya.